guys, how's it going? Jujubear here, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be playing a bit of a dramatic match here. Nice, we're all cheering. I'm playing as the Galatians, and we are coming up, it's a 2v2, so I'm playing as the Galatians, my teammate is playing as the ARVERNI, and we're playing up against Rome and Syracuse. So in terms of factions, I believe we probably have the advantage, because Syracuse is a little bit shatty. But when you pair it with something like Rome, it can be quite strong, depending on how their army compositions go. Now, just very quickly going through the army compositions. My main body is 2 mercenary Syrian archers up the back, killing power, Celtic slingers at the front to absorb missile fire. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Galatian legionnaires as my main line, because why wouldn't you? I got Levy Freeman, Galatian nobleman on the flank with the Cappadocian Cav. My general is going to be this Galatian nobleman. Out in this flank I got something similar, Cappadocian Cav, Levy Freeman, Galatian nobleman, just to protect my teammate's flank. I got 2 of these Galatian raiders, excellent units, very cheap. And my teammate has got 4 Gallic hunters, 5 savage dogs, whoa, and a whole bunch of these chosen swordsmen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 chosen swordsmen and 1 Oathsworn. His general is also an Oathsworn and 2 heavy horse. So we are probably going to have the Cav advantage depending on what the Syracuse player brings. And I don't think it's much. There are some things hidden in these woods over there. But the Roman player, from what we can see anyway, has brought plenty of infantry as you would expect. He's got a Legatus, Socci Hastati, a line of veteran legionnaires, and up the back he's got auxiliary infantry, first cohort, wow, 3 first cohort, 1 Praetorian guard, and another auxiliary infantry out the flank. So definitely going to be very difficult to break through that main line. The Syracuse player that we can see so far has 2 Balearic slingers, 2 pikemen at the front. Over on this flank he's got 2 hoplites. Right at the back here, looks like he's kind of hiding them for now, is these picked hoplites. He probably doesn't want to get them into combat just to keep his troops' morale up. I don't really understand why. So immediately I'm going to send my troops through the forest and take up a favorable position. What I'm hoping to do, even though it is downhill, I don't really care too much about the enemy's charge really, even if it is downhill, because they are Romans and Syracuse players, so they're not going to be relying too hard on their charge. And once I am in the woods, I'm going to be able to fire out at any target that I want, and not really have to worry about receiving any returning fire, just because I am in the woods. Oh, hey! And this is where we discover what the Syracuse fucking cavalry looks like. So he's got 3 of these citizen cav, not super strong, but he does manage to catch my Celtic slingers off guard. I do get a nice jab volley off with my, I think it was one of my Galatian legionnaires there. Got 4 kills off the bat. But he's going to take his his citizen cav and pull him back to his main body. And you can see there's a Threa spear hidden in the woods over there. So I have just claimed the woods for my own. I'm keeping my my cavalry behind my main line with my Levy Freeman and my general, just to keep them safe. Don't want to get them too overextended. Now at this point, a lot of our... Oh, here. I don't know when he released the dogs actually. I don't remember seeing this. It's going to be quite interesting. 5 units of dogs being released all at once. Boom. Going to catch the Socci Hastati. I guess that's... I don't know if that's a good unit to be coming up against with dogs or not. It'll be interesting to see what happens. So, 3 kills, 4 kills. In the center here, these dogs are coming up with these Socci Hastati, which is great. I get a nice, very nice jab toss off. My Galatian legionnaires are going to have no problem against that unit there. I am going to meet his charge. For the most part, it's going to be 2 to 1. So I'm going to have some pretty favorable engagements. The Romans kind of getting overextended, even though these are veteran legionnaires. They're going to have a tough time coming up against my Galatian legionnaires like this. So straight off the bat we get 7 kills, and he's probably going to even the score as it goes on, but I have a lot of support to give my units. They've lost a lot of units there. We are fighting uphill, but we are fighting out of the woods, which is nice. So out in this flank, I've met his Socci Hastati head on with my my Galatian Nobleman, and my Levy Freeman. I think I was getting into... Oh no, that's not my unit. Where's my Cappadocian? Here we go. So here's my Cappadocian Cav. I'm going to try and make sure I don't come straight up against these Thorea Spears. Very annoying unit to have out here on the flank. And these Tarentine Cav over here are being a bit of a threat to my Galatian Raiders. So I'm going to go straight into these veteran Legionnaires. And I'm immediately going to pull through with my Galatian Noblemen, hold those veteran Legionnaires and pull out my Cappadocian Cav. So a nice little switcheroo happening there, if you don't mind. So all across the line in the center, we are managing to defeat a lot of these veteran Legionnaires. And I'm getting some really nice shots into the first cohort here with my own slingers and arrows as well. Getting a nice charge with my mercenary Cappadocians. I'm going to pull out at some point, and I'm going to meet them head on with my Galatian Noblemen. Probably not the best target for me to be attacking there, but YOLO. My Galatian Legionnaires are going to come up against his pikemen here. Now these guys aren't in pike phalanx, so we're probably going to make short work of those guys. But I don't have any support, and there's a lot of these Hoplite units coming down here to help him out. He's getting some very nice rear or kind of flank shots with his own Thorea Spears, so definitely overextending myself here on this flank. We are managing to cut our way through these veteran Legionnaires, even though it's happening quite slowly, not as fast as I would hope for. Battle Rhythm has been popped on my Galatian Nobleman General, and I'm getting nice support here from these Galatian Legionnaires, but he is using his own Balearic Slingers to good effect here. And it's at this point the Syracuse player brings in his Hippeus Lancers. Now I'm going to train a lot of my fire in on this unit here because I want to deal with them before he can do any damage to me. What else is going on here? So the ARVERNI player hasn't actually activated a lot of his infantry. He's just kind of letting his Gallic Hunters do the damage before he actually meets the enemy head on, which is a good idea. My mercenary Cappadocians are getting ripped apart by these Thorea Spears, but I'm going to go into him with my Levy Freeman. He does manage to finish me off. So this Citizen Cav is going to get into our Gallic Hunters at this point, which is not great. So I'm not doing a very good job of defending our flanks. These Galatian Raiders are getting cut apart by these Tarentine Cav. These Galatian Noblemen, though, are going to last a very long time against these veteran Legionnaires. They may even win out this combat here. So definitely very useful units to me in this battle so far. This Hippeus Lancer has got a nice charge into these Galatian Legionnaires. I think this one was braced at the time as well, so we're going to be able to do a fair bit of damage to that unit. Get a nice amount of kills. So as he pulls out, I'm going to get some nice shots with my Celtic Slingers and Syrian Archers. And it's at this point I'm able to get some nice support coming out into this flank here. So these Hoplites are going to get shredded by my Galatian Legionnaires here. I have just popped... What have I popped? Relentless and Unity of the Tribes. No, that's my teammate here. Yeah, very nice. So probably good timing for us, actually. So he's just activated all of his infantry, and it gives us extra attack and extra morale for a short time. Let's just okay, so 45 melee attack. Yeah, we're definitely cutting through these units very fast, and Loyalty of the 10th has been popped by the Roman player here. I'm actually going to be able to catch his Hippeus Lancers with my Galatian Legionnaires. We're taking a lot of fire from those Balearic Slingers though, so we're going to have to make sure we do something about them. Over in the center here, I am flanked, attacked from two sides by two different units, so definitely in between a rock and a hard place. Not very good for me at all. Though we are cutting through these Hoplites very quickly, winning decisively there, which is nice. Now, we've just managed to finish off this little flank here, so I'm going to bring up my slingers and archers and that kind of thing, and just start to make my presence felt. The Syracuse player gets a very nice charge in here with his Hippeus Lancers. A little bit awkward, but he's going to knock down a lot of those Galatian Legionnaires. I'm just trying to keep his Balearics busy at this point in the battle. Just make sure they don't have any targets to attack. Where are my Levy Freeman? Okay, so I must have lost this engagement here with my noble spearmen. And I'm going to get my mercenary Cappadocians in here and wreck a couple of these Balearic Slingers, but we do have more of these archers up the back ready to defend them. The Syracuse player's still got his picked Hoplite right up the back. Really, he's got a very nice view of the battlefield back here, but not really helping out too much. Going to get a very nice downhill charge on these Hoplites here. Going to shred them as well. So these Hoplites are taking quite a while to cut through. I am in Shield Wall, which is going to give me some nice bonuses. Armor strength, bracing, all those kinds of good things. My My mercenary Syrian archers getting some nice shots in the Thorea spears, going to probably destroy them fairly quickly. And my Galatian nobleman general, 68 men left, is going to be able to get around on the battlefield with relative ease. Now it's at this point that I see the Syracuse player bring his citizen cav around here, and that's going to threaten my Syrian archers and my slingers. So I'm going to have to bring my general up here to meet it and hopefully destroy it. Down here in the flanks, or up in the rear, we've got a heavy horse actually being attacked by these Tarentine cav. I managed to get some nice kills with my Levy Freeman. Always cost effective getting any kills with those Levy Freeman there, so that's nice to see. What am I targeting now? Can't remember what I'm targeting. So all across the battlefield, my Cappadocian cav I think caught these archers, and they're going to be destroyed by this Legatus. Oh, maybe not. No, but they got support in the form of these veteran legionnaires. So pretty close, but you can probably see who's going to win here. The Syracuse player has got a lot of skirmishes left. Oddly enough, he's got archers all the way over here. I believe they kind of came along with the flanking force here as well. So we've got a lot of... Oh no, actually no Roman infantry left. A lot of these chosen swordsmen are left in the field. So it's kind of like GG. I'm just going to go forward here from now. Or fast forward's a little bit too much, isn't it? Here he tries to catch my mercenary Syrians, but my Galatian nobleman just popped cavalry counter tactics. Going to get a lot of kills on that citizen cav and deal with it fairly quickly there. So at this stage, it's kind of just like a bit of a mop-up game. My Syrian archers are being attacked by this Balearic slinger, so understandable that they would be destroyed there. My Galatian legionnaires are going to come over here and try and finish off this. Oh no, this is the fresh general's unit here. Pictoplates destroying my Galatian legionnaires fairly quickly, but I'm getting some nice rear shots with my Celtic slingers. Now I don't really care if these units die or not, and they are getting fired on by these Balearic slingers. But yeah, you can see it's a little bit too little too late. So, and we're just going to finish off the rest of the Syracuse army at this point. Getting some nice shots in here with my Assyrian archers. Nice rear shots as well. And going to meet him head on with my Galatian legionnaires. They are exhausted actually. So not sure how many kills I'm going to get in that engagement. Yeah. So this Pictoplate actually did a fairly good... If he was more involved in the early match, he probably would have made quite a big difference to how the battle went. And you're going to see my Galatian nobleman coming up against these Pictoplates. It's going to be pretty epic. Two very good spear infantry units coming up against each other. Very heavy versus very heavy. Yeah, pretty epic. Let's see if we can catch a kill here. Come on, hit him. Hit him. If you want to make the cinematic mode, just hold Alt-K. Or don't hold Alt-K, just hit Alt-K. And that'll take you through to that, so... Yeah, Galatian Raiders, man. I did not use them so well. Yeah, just didn't control my flanks very well. These Galatian Legionnaires are always a good pick for the Galatians. My teammate here getting some very nice kills with this heavy horse there. And the Savage Dogs, some of them getting quite a few kills, but all in all, I think they probably weren't as useful as you would want them to be. Chosen Swordsman, always a good pick. Oathsworn, always a good pick. The Roman, not really being too useful overall. Neither was the... Oh, wow. Balearic Slinger, 114 kills there. That's pretty nice. And this Tarentine Cav, wow. Getting a lot of kills. Double XP Chevron, so there must have been useful kills as well. Anyway, thanks boys for the game. We'll see you guys next time. Jujubear signing out. Peace.